hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you are watching right now. And if you're new to my Thriving Mama page, my name is Rosie. I am a wife to my Irish husband. I am a mom to my 2-year-old toddler. I also work full time as a certified public accountant here in Jersey, and I'm also a part time digital business owner. So, welcome to this series, which is entitled Live Talks. So, in this episode, I interview the real guys in our business. So they provide their real stories as well. And they also provide us with their testimonies and their success stories and all the amazing things that they have done during while they are in the business. So for today, I am so excited with my guest for today, because she is none other than also the same as me. So she is also a certified public accountant. And I just get so inspired because, in this profession, we thought the digital business is all about IT. But actually, there are finance professionals and also accountants who are doing this business. So I'm so amazed and I want to hear her story, and I want her, like everyone in the audience, also to learn from her journey. So without further ado, I want to welcome Mel. So, hi, Mel.
Hi,
Thank
Rosie.
you.
Good
Thank you for saying
evening.
yes. Good evening. So,
It's a
Mel, tell
pleasure.
us, tell us who you are. Tell our audience today who is Mel.
All right. So, hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're watching us from, whether it's live or the replay. So, I'm Melanie Pasibe, Mel for short. As Rosie mentioned, I'm also a CPA. I'm a licensed accountant. I'm based here in the Philippines. I used to work in the finance division of a multinational investment bank here. And I also was part of the culinary team of a global food service company. Now I am a proud digital business owner and mentor, like Rosie as well.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Mel. So, tell us, how long have you been now as a digital entrepreneur?
So my husband Jess and I, we started our digital business just right after the pandemic started. So about 2 years ago. So I'm now a digital entrepreneur for a couple of years already. But I think you can relate with this as well. It actually doesn't feel like 2 years when you're having fun. So it feels like we've actually just started the business and we're still having fun doing it.
That's true. That's true. Because when you enjoy what you do, isn't it? It doesn't feel like work,
That's
and
true.
time just flies by so fast. So you mentioned that you are an accountant. So how has it been then when you started? Like, tell the audience what made you become a digital entrepreneur.
Well, ever since we got married, we've actually wanted to have our own business. So because we wanted to have diversified income sources. Before even the pandemic, we've been actively scouting for like franchise food businesses and other service related businesses that we can do while we were working, or one of us was gonna resign and do the business full time. But right before we were about to get into the business, the pandemic came. And as you know, the food industry was one of the industries that was badly hit by the pandemic. So for us, it was actually a relief that we didn't get into that business yet, because I can only imagine if, for example, when you go to the malls, right, we'd see a lot of shops that have closed. And we can just imagine if we actually went into that business, we would be one of those people who would be stuck in that situation where we just started the business and the pandemic hit. So it was really a relief. And I think everything happens for a reason. I think it was really good
Yes.
timing that when we learned about the business, it was also during the pandemic. So we had this backup plan of a business that really helped us thrive through this pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. I do agree with you when you mentioned that everything happens for a reason, and we are guided in our choices and decisions. And that is, I'm grateful to know that, there has been a change of plan, and the business came at the right time for you and Jess. It's something that
Yeah.
you can do during pandemic. Oh, amazing. I think we may just do a quick say hello to our current viewers. So we got Ayin. Thanks so much, Ayin. So she said, hello, Rosie and Mel. Good evening from the Philippines. Yes. Hi, Mel. Hi,
Hi,
Ayin.
Eileen.
And we also got Yang. Hi, Yang. So hello, hello, ladies watching from Manila, Philippines. Wow, we got viewers from Manila. Thanks so much for sharing that. We do have, isn't it, in every journey of being a digital business owner, we do have our own story, our own reason how we got started. And yeah, it is so good that it came at the right time, at the right place, at the right year for you and Jess. So tell me now and tell us our audience how has it been? How has your life changed since you started working online?
Definitely for the better. I mean, aside from aside from being able to earn additional income for the household, I would say that the professional and the personal development with this business is really immense. How I am when I started the business is so different now with how I am handling the business. When it comes to learning things as well, we learn something new every day. It never gets boring with this community. And
Yeah.
aside from that, I also like how the community has been very supportive with our development. So I would say working online has actually been life changing for not just for me, but for all also for our family because it gave us that option to have a backup plan through this business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, amazing. Um, because I was thinking, we both came from the same background wherein we are both in the finance profession. Has it been kind of a challenge when when like, oh, this is a digital business and it talks about IT, and maybe it's something that we can provide for like benefits of the benefits we found from the business. How was it when you started out?
I think not just the IT part, Rosie, because as accountants, I think we do have a lot of questions right off the bat, right?
Yes,
We are
especially if you got an audit background.
correct, correct. We're the auditors and accountants are probably one of the most skeptical people I know and the most risk
Yeah,
averse. So it's
yeah,
really natural for us to ask a lot of questions when we see investments and also business ventures. But what we found with this business is that it's actually legitimate. We even if
yeah.
we also did our own due diligence and research, we found that it's legitimate, it's tax registered, and you actually have papers to submit. So
Yes.
it's really something that also gives you comfort that it's not just any monkey business that you see online.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. And given that we know, as a person, we put ourselves out there. We show people our faces. We do go lives to show that we are authentic, and at the same time, our license is our license for the rest of our lives. And we don't. I mean, like we do not want to put ourselves out there, and and put our integrity at stake. Because once your integrity is damaged, that's it for the rest of your life. So we know that what the business that we're doing is legit, and that we are tax registered, as you mentioned, and we are also compliant. So I want to add on that, because here in Jersey, here in Europe, actually, we have the law about GDPR, and with my own business, I have to make sure it's registered, and I also comply with the GDPR law, because that's how our business works. So I make sure I tick those boxes, make sure we don't compromise. I think that's the CPA or accountant nature in us, isn't it?
That's true. That's true.
Okay, but say hi. I think we got more viewers or more comments, so let's say hello. Annie mentioned hi, Rosie and Mel watching from Manila. Annie, thank you
Hi,
so
Annie.
much. And yes, for being with us. And Ayin also mentioned yes, there are so many traditional businesses were negative that were affected by the pandemic. So it is good to know that a digital business can thrive amidst the pandemic. It's true, isn't it? I mean, we live now in 2022, and everything we do. It's mostly online. I mean, we were just chatting before we went live, Mel, isn't it? We're talking about Shopee and and all the shopping that you can do online. And for myself, we have also e-commerce here in Jersey, and it has been really convenient for me. Wherein I just put things on automation, and then I get my daughter's nappies every month. I don't need to purchase them because I put them on automation that, like, okay, you need to send me something per month. So it's efficient and it's very efficient.
True, true. It's really that the business model is fit for busy professionals and even stay-at-home moms alike because it works
Yeah.
around your schedule.
Yes, yes. And last one, we also have Louville. So she's watching from Canada. Hi, Louville. Thank you. We're so global and we're all over the world for our audience. Okay. That's so good. So tell me now, being an accountant, and we got everything as kind of digital in the
Mhm.
business. Tell me, was it difficult? How was the learning process for you when when you have to go back for the, say, for the first 3 months that you were in the business?
In my case, because I really like learning, even back in school and even when I was working, I like the times that I would go to L&D or learning and development days. So for me, when we started the business, I was like a sponge, absorbing everything, and
Yeah.
I like that part because I get to apply them easily after I take the easy to follow training videos, for example, and then I can easily adjust as well where I made a mistake, for example. And it's not that easy, I would say, but if you just keep an open mind to learning, I think it's gonna be easier for you. Plus, I think for introverted persons like me, working online is an easier adjustment because you don't actually need to physically meet
Yes.
do sales presentations with people. So I think it has been an easier adjustment for me to work online.
Yes, that's so good. And even when we say introverts, well, we do go live. I mean, people see that, oh my god, if I go into business, would I require go live? This is not required. The go lives are not required. It is just being encouraged because it helps with your business, and it also shows people, because at the end of it, we are digital business owners, and our page is our store, our office area. So we want our audience to see us, the authentic part of us, and that's why we're doing this on live. And yes, you mentioned about like trainings and everything like that, and that is true because even though we're finished college and we already got our license, learning doesn't stop from there. We still have the rest of our lives to learn, and it's so good that our business model provide for video based training, so we can do it at our own pace, at our own time. And you mentioned earlier that it's very good for stay at home moms or even working professionals. So I still work full time, and I do the business, like, after working hours, or I can do an hour or 2 hours a day and go through our trainings, which is really good because when we say digital business, we're like, oh my god, it's everything about IT and technical. But what I love about our business model and our training is that it also provides for trainings for yourself, for personal development. How you can gain your confidence, how you can go through your self doubt when you have to venture into something new, when you have to go out of your comfort zone. And it's everything that you can apply not only in the business, but it's something you can apply for personal life,
That's true.
relationships, isn't it, and other social things that we do.
That's
um
true. The lessons really transcend not just to our personal lives, but even with our careers as well, right? We also
yeah,
get more confidence when we present ideas to our client, for example, or when we have a traditional business. Also, if we have other diversified income sources, we also get to apply digital marketing tools and
yeah,
systems that we can use, right? So it's
yeah.
really something that I would say it's really value for money, the lessons that you earn and learn from this business.
Yes, true. Which is actually being Double the Motion by Louvel, wherein she said it perfectly said, Mel. So the business model fits for busy professional and stay-at-home parents because it can work around your schedule. That is true, isn't it? And I think that is kind of what we want right now, and how the when the world changed 2 years ago, it opened us with what and who matters most in our lives. And at the same time, we want to be involved in, of course we still want to have a stream of income in our lives, but we would like it to integrate around our own family schedule, or in our passion, the ones that we really enjoy doing. And it's nice that the digital business is something we have fun to do, and we enjoy doing it.
That's true.
Thank you.
And it's
So
nice, it's really nice to meet people as well in this community that you never, like we were chatting earlier before we went live, right? There are
yeah,
so many similarities that you just find with people you meet in the community and in this business. So it's really amazing how you can find like-minded people who have the same wavelength as you.
that is true. And the internet just made it possible. And I'm so thankful. I'm still really thankful that I made a decision to join the business, because it opened me to, meet you guys, meet you, and like, oh, she's also another CPA and she's doing this business. And it's so inspiring. It's so inspiring and so encouraging, and really helps me in my own journey as well. So speaking of that, Mel, so what would you want to tell others then, who also want to try this business, not just for CPAs, because we have CPAs, we also got lawyers, like we have lawyers, we have doctors in the business, and everyone from different
Nurses, lots of
background.
nurses.
Actually, yes, that is true. So yes, so what would you tell them?
Just go for it. You'll
Woo!
never know. Yeah, you'll never know until you actually try, right?
Yeah.
But I guess in making any decision, always remember why you want such change.
Yes.
Go back to what you really want for yourself or your family. What are your aspirations? Why did you want to have such change? And check if the digital business is a way or a vessel that can help you achieve those goals, right?
Yes.
It's one thing to just keep thinking about what you want in life and your aspirations if you don't do something about it. So just try it, and we'll just be
Yes.
here with you every step of the way if you have any questions to guide you as well.
Yes. I feel like you said it all. Yeah, yeah. Because when we say we do have different dreams and plans in life, and we all have different ways. So you either be on employment, or set up your own business or put investments. And like, say for myself, my main reason when I started the business is that I know that at some day I will also grow old, and I love my job right now. I'm happy with it, but I know that at some point I will grow old, and it is not something that I will do at some point. And I know that with our business, it's amazing that that we can do it. We are here for the long term. We can even pass it on to our children as a legacy. And it's just amazing that other than doing the business, we can also, give impact to the lives of the people who are in the business and who are also starting out. I think that is something that, yeah, it's just so amazing to have, and to share to others.
That's
um
true. And that's
yeah.
something that
And
we can't really quantify when you are able to help people have options, right?
yes, yeah, that is true. And we've seen testimonies of guys who have also been in the business. Like, they start from nothing, and 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 it's amazing that just with the right attitude, with the right mindset, they made it through. And it's amazing that this is a business that is for everyone. So we are only here, as you mentioned, vessels. We are only the ones who offer it. But at the end of the day, I'm amazed at our business model. We do mostly all the heavy lifting for us. I'm a full-time working mom, and I was like, oh, how does she do it? But I just love the business because it does it in the background. And the only variable, the only thing that we have to do is us. Actually, we just need to do something as well, because if you want to make our dreams happen, we have to do something.
Yes.
So it's good. Thank you for sharing. I yeah. Oh, we got. Would we say hello again? We have loads of viewers.
Wow.
So we also have Charlie. Charlie, hello, ladies, watching live from Manila. Thanks, Charlie, for tuning in. And also, yes, Ian. So there's no goal. No goals will be achieved if we do not act on it. I completely agree with that. Um, yeah, because what do I say? We have plans in our lives. We have this. We write down what we want to be when we grow up. But at the end of it, I think it is doing something. It is doing something to achieve our dreams, and we just sometimes we think that doing a leap of faith is a big jump. But leap of faith would sometimes just be the small steps that we do every day in order that we go through the goals, or we are in line with the dreams that we want to achieve. No? Oh,
Yeah.
thanks you, Mel. Any last things to say?
I guess that's it.
uh,
Sometimes people get scared with the leap of faith,
yeah.
like concept, but it doesn't have to be like just jump right. You can actually do like a careful leap of faith, I would say,
Yes. As
when
we
you take
say, as
calculated risks.
accountants, yes, as we say in accountants, we do calculated risk, isn't it? Like, I think
Yeah.
everything in life is got risk on them. There's risk involved. But if we do some calculated risk, as I mentioned before, that like kind of think of a scenario if things go best. So what would you do? And then think of the worst case scenarios as well. What would happen? And then what would you do? Because at the end of it, that prepares you then for the best and the worst that will happen, and whether like are you making the right decision. But at the end of it, you need to do some steps, because it's different if you get stuck on doing a lot of analysis, and you just kind of, as we say in Ilonggo, like throwing drawing only. Everything is just on a scratch of paper. We need
Yeah,
to make things happen. We need to make
that's
things
true.
happen. And
Ideas
I
remain ideas until you do something about them.
Yes, I think we have another viewer that's saying hello. Hi, gorgeous ladies. This is such a very spontaneous talk. Thank you, Meo, and keep inspiring your viewers. Thank you. Yes, CPA is rocking it online. So, guys, if you will be watching the replay, so feel free to comment where you're watching from, and feel free to connect to myself or to Mel. And if you are interested with a business, we have our live business info session that happens every, if in Philippines, well, Jersey, actually the same thing. It's every Wednesday and Friday. It's 1 o'clock in the morning my time, and it is 8 in the morning
It's
for in Philippines. So it's completely risk free. We do have, you have your 30-day guarantee to check on the business. And so as we say, there's nothing to lose and actually everything to gain, because if you think that it is the business for you, then we are here to help you out. We will be here to guide you every step of the way. And if you think that this is not for you, you still have nothing to lose, because you learn, as we mentioned earlier, you learn something new. You learn that this kind of business in the digital space exists, and it is something that can be a vessel to achieve your dreams, as we mentioned earlier. So yes, so thanks so much, everyone, and wherever you are, have a good evening to Mel,
thanks,
and
Rosie.
have a good day as well to everyone else. So take care always, and have a nice day. Thanks so much, Mel.
Thanks, Rosie, for having me. Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.